If you think solar power is only for people dropping 20 to $50,000 on fancy installs, you're already starting in the wrong place because a budget solar setup build isn't about having the most panels or the biggest battery bank. It's about building smart, avoiding waste, and understanding exactly what you actually need instead of what companies try to sell you. And most people overbuild, they overspend, and still end up disappointed. So today, I'm going to break down how to build a budget solar setup that actually works and what to avoid and how people unknowingly throw away money in the process. First thing you need to understand though is solar is a system, not just panels. And people get excited and buy panels first, batteries seconds, inverter last, and then realize nothing matches. That's the fastest way to waste money. A budget build starts with planning your energy needs before you buy anything. You need to know your daily watt usage and not guesses, real numbers. Every light, charger, fridge, fan, and device adds up. If you don't calculate this first, your budget system turns into a random pile of incompatible parts very quickly. And let's talk about the core of any setup, the solar panels themselves. If you're building on a budget, you don't need the newest high efficiency premium panels. Used panels, surplus panels, or slightly lower efficiency models can work perfectly fine if they're in good condition. The key is not brand, it's condition and output consistency. A $100 panel that still produces 80 to 90% rated output is often a better deal than a $250 premium panel in a system when you're just trying to get started. And people get caught up chasing efficiency ratings when they should be chasing affordability per watt. Next mistake people make in budget builds is buying too many batteries too early. Batteries are the most expensive part of most solar systems and they degrade over time. And beginners often think they need massive storage right away. But in reality, you can start with smaller and expand. A smaller budget approach is building a system that prioritizes daytime usage first and then gradually scaling storage. If you size your battery bank to big without enough solar input to recharge it, you're wasting money on capacity you can't even refill efficiently. And let's talk about the inverter because this is where budget builds either succeed or they fail quietly. The inverter converts your DC power into usable AC power. And if it's undersized or low quality, your whole system suffers. But here's the budget trick. You don't need a massive inverter unless you're, running heavy appliances. A 1000 to 2000 watt inverter is enough for basic setups. The lights, the chargers, the small fridge fans. Oversizing early just drains your budget without giving real benefits. Match your inverter to your actual load, not your fantasy load. And one of the biggest budget mistakes is trying to power everything at once, like you're still on the grid. You're not. A budget solar setup is about prioritization. You don't need to run a microwave, air fryer, heater, or a gaming setup all at the same time. People build systems like they're preparing for blackout luxury instead of essential living. And the smartest building separates must have loads from nice to have loads. And that's alone can cut system costs in half. And let's talk about wiring and controllers because this is where cheap mistakes get expensive really fast. A budget system still needs proper charge controllers, preferably MPPT. If you can swing it, or a solid PWM, if you're really tight on cash and your system is small, skipping a proper controller or buying the cheapest unknown brand is how batteries get destroyed early. And once your batteries are damaged, your whole budget system becomes a replacement project instead of a savings project. And now here's something people don't think about. Panel placement is free efficiency. You can have a cheap system perform like an expensive one, but just by placing panels correctly. And that means maximizing sun exposure, avoid shade and angling, and panel towards optimal sunlight. A $500 system placed correctly can outperform a $1,500 system placed poorly. A budget solar isn't about just about what you buy, it's about how well you use what you buy. Another key strategy is modular building instead of trying to build your final system in one shot. You build in stages. Start with a small setup that covers essential lightings, a phone charger, maybe a small fridge. Then expand the panels, then expand the battery storage, then upgrade inverter if needed. This approach prevents overspending and lets your system grow with your actual needs instead of your theoretical ones. Let's talk about the common trap too, buying kits without understanding them. Pre-made solar kits seem convenient, especially for beginners, but many of them are poorly balanced and you might get too much panel wattage and not enough battery storage, or a storage inverter impaired with a weak charging capacity. A budget build is often better when you assemble components based on your own needs instead of trusting a one size fits all package. And now here's the big one too, efficiency beats size every time. People think a budget system means suffering or limiting the uses, but your usage, but that's not true. A well-designed small system can feel powerful if efficient. That means LED lighting instead of old bulbs, energy efficient appliances instead of power hungry ones, and smart usage habits. Reducing your demand is often cheaper than increasing your supply. And let's talk a little bit about the solar charge cycles too, because this is where many budget systems, they quietly fail. If your panels can't fully recharge your batteries daily, your system slowly drains over time. And that's why balancing panel wattage with battery capacity is critical. A cheap system that isn't balanced will work fine for a few days, but then it starts falling apart. And budget doesn't mean undersize, it means correctly sized. Another mistake too, ignoring expansion potential. Even if your building is small, your system should be designed to grow. And that means using an inverter that can handle future loads, a charge controller that supports additional panels, and a wire setup that isn't maxed out immediately. A smart budget build avoids dead ends because replacing everything later costs more than planning ahead. And let's talk a little bit about the nightmare usage, which is where most budget systems struggle. People overestimate how much they can use after sunset without sunlight coming in. Everything depends on your stored energy, and that's why you need to be intentional about what runs at night. Heavy loads should be shifted to daytime when possible, and laundry, cooking, and other energy heavy tasks belong in sunlight hours. If you're trying to stay within a budget system, here's another overlooked factor too. Standby consumption. Even in budget system, devices left unplugged and slowly drain power, like chargers, inverters, and small electronics create a constant background load. If your system is small, these background drains matter a lot more than people think. Cutting unnecessary standby usage can extend your battery life significantly without spending a dime. And let's talk about safety for a second, because budgets does not mean cutting corners here. Proper fuses, breakers, and wiring gauges, they matter. A cheap solar setup that isn't protected can become a fire hazard, or to destroy itself. Saving money on safety components is never worth it. In fact, one of the smartest budget moves is protecting your investment so don't have to replace it. And now here's the mindset shift that makes or breaks budget solar. You are not trying to eliminate the grid, you're trying to reduce dependence on it. A lot of people fail because they expect total independence immediately. And budget solar works best when it offset your usage, not replaces everything instantly. Even reducing your electric bill by 40 to 70% is a massive win. Another important point too is the weather variable too. Budget systems are more sensitive to cloudy days and seasonal changes, and that means you need to design with a buffer in mind. Don't size your system for perfect sunny conditions, size it for average conditions. Otherwise, you'll run out of power when you need it the most. A budget solar setup works when you plan first. Buy smart, scale slowly, and prioritize efficiency over raw power. It fails when you buy randomly, oversize one component and undersize another to try to replicate a full off grid lifestyle immediately. The goal isn't perfection, it's balance. Because at the end of the day, the smartest solar users aren't the ones with the biggest systems. They're the ones who understand their system well enough to get maximum value out of every watt. And when you build it right on a budget, you're not just saving money, you're building a system that actually works with your life instead of fighting it. Thanks for watching today. If you found value in today's video, please subscribe. We're looking to build this channel, and without subscriptions, I cannot do it. And I want to be here for many years to come thriving on this channel. And without you, I can't do that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Also, check out this video to the right. It may be helpful for you on your tiny house off grid journey. Take care.